feel good and make them justify programmatic banners and justify print. I don't believe in it. So
how would you close down someone's attempt at being an influencer and dig at their personal, which is all what influence is actually up to? How could you disintegrate in your manifestation of the way your life went to portray that on someone else's existence, to prey on what you don't know anything about, but just use your ideas of what you think happened, when none of that shit was true? However, they can manipulate the way that you view your existence to disconnect you from people who support you, and then get everybody roped in and corralled together to act as if that's true, while being able to put a lid on the person that they're speaking to. Lid as in not shutting their mouth, but a lid as in, well, now I'm winning. Because where the lid gets popped closed, the lid will pop up. Because that's how all this shit works. The energy has to go somewhere. And when you're dealing with a bunch of people who are fucking clueless, we're all dealing with it with everybody. Because these motherfuckers fucked us all over. So you're not in your right minds. None of you are. And when you can get out of denial about that and start getting really curious of what you actually know to be true, and you don't live in that seduction tactic of flirtation and that weird shit that's going around everywhere, put a lid on it. All looking for validation. This is all stemming from influence. Friendliness is a form of validation. All based off legacy media. Kamala Harris specifically demonstrated it. It's like, let's get down to business. Not bullshitting each other. I'm at the example. I'm at the vet. I need my shit. Just give me my shit. Speak straight. And then let me get the fuck out of there. And then have some customer service. And some friendliness. And then maybe next time we'll grow in our relationship. But I ain't gonna fucking marry your ass after one fucking encounter. Sorry.
You know, it's very easy to measure Instagram and Facebook if you drive them to a conversion. Make a coupon piece of content.
A conversion is attending your third visit at a vet. Because the first and the second visit are your shots.
And drive them to stores and see how that does against direct mail. Tell them to do that same coupon in a print magazine. No, that's branding. We have to put a pretty picture.
And that's not welcomed in a vet setting, by the way. Especially when somebody has 5, 10 animals.
It's complete horse crap, and it's why the big businesses of today are on the verge.
Because you'll make just enough money off of the 10 animals by doing what we used to do in medicine when it comes to vets, than trying to sell them on each animal that takes literally 5 minutes and overcharging 4 times as much. So that you can make money when you're already making a shit ton of money. Because the modern day vet doesn't have a chairside manner, is not good with animals, and are extremely strange. It's a scary thing to watch the advancement of where veterinary medicine has gone to where you cannot trust a vet to do a simple surgery such as a hysterectomy.
Not being around tomorrow because a lot of their behavior doesn't map the reality of the world that we live in.
The behavior doesn't map the reality that we live in. So Motivan talks eat clean, yet doesn't live eat clean. Everybody else caters and coddles to her eating clean. This particular instance, this vet isn't good at doing a hysterectomy, which is a spaying or a neutering of a dog or a cat. She's kind. I'd rather have a shitty ass personality than a vet who doesn't know their job. And that means I'd rather have a good personality, a decent encounter with somebody who's just kind of like there doing their thing, than a bad personality and somebody who also doesn't know their job. I don't know what the hell's going on with these veterinarians, but this has got to stop.
You're welcome.
They're even trying to take ownership of your animal.
She just looked you dead in the face and said, "I'm going to move that." That was super gangster. You were right there. You raised your hand. She looked you right in the face and said, "No, I'm gonna move it." That was honestly the favorite part of my whole day so far. Hey.
Hey, Gary, I'm Ramon.
Ramon.
$4 like this.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What
That's
time?
hard.
And below the line. So what I would do is I would write white papers and manifestos and distribute them through LinkedIn and Facebook. And then I would
Because
do
everybody
people
wants to be an influencer. Does a person that goes to school to be a vet want to be an influencer? Well, that's the mentality of what influence is doing to veterinarians. So you went to school to be a doctor, and now you don't want to be a doctor anymore. You want to be an influencer and a doctor. But you're a child in a adult body, and you're competing with women like Mona Van, who literally are not doctors. And now a CEO of a medical company is gone. Why was he assassinated? Looks premeditated, they say. And that's only the beginning of what women like Mona Van or Melissa Wood or all these pieces of shit. See, we used to have decent conversations around this shit until these motherfuckers started getting engaged to these bitches. Until you decided to pursue this shit instead of do the right thing. This shit is so wrong, it makes me sick to my fucking stomach. Then why do you continue giving her opportunity? That in the world of business would be opportunity. And then the audience is trained into being nice to people like that because they don't want to hear the truth. The audience doesn't want to actually grow as people. They want to be coddled to and catered to. They want to leave there being uplifted and then do the same thing to other people, and that gets no fucking results. That brings us into this world that we live in now, which is a bunch of fucking fake and frauds, where I have to worry about my animal going in for a simple procedure of getting spayed and neutered. Because her feelings matter more than the life of my animal. So what does that tell you about how they value reality versus delusion, and how nobody's stepping up to the plate to say no more? When are you all going to stand up for the work that you put in of your legacy to stop these kids from violating our animals and from children? Because we're not getting educated. Nobody's getting educated with communism around. Nobody's getting educated with shoo-choo around. No one's getting educated with Joe Biden around except how to be criminals. Only legacy media matters to where you're going to stomp out Pete Hegsworth? So that they can be right again? Meaning you don't stand your ground? Because what? AOC matters because she's got 1 million followers? So now we're going to rob again a second person from doing their job when we know they perfectly well that they do a great job doing it. Because of what? J-Law? We're Americans, and you're going to tell me that an Iranian is more valuable than the American person who literally has the biggest brain in fucking history, who's more awake and aware of everything you motherfuckers are up to, and now you're hosting a wellness oasis?
I think you will do very, in the early nature of crypto, so many people are searching. And I think if you find the long tail of
And you're going to go search for